We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index. I'm going to do a complete breakdown of the charts and the reaction of my opinions and perspective alone of what was going on in the volatility of July 7th alongside with our indicators 42 vision, inflow versus outflow, as well as our newly released focal level bot that allows us to gain perspective over the charts where there may be strong areas of resistance and support. And if you guys want to become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And we look forward to having you join us. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And I'm going to share with you guys live action and my thought process and what was going on within the charts at that moment with the 42 vision indicators, the inflow versus outflow, and our newly released focal level bots. So I'm doing this video real quick so you guys could see how the inflow versus outflow, 42 vision, and also these focal levels all play a big role even on the choppiest of days, right? So you could see that the first focal levels, you see it popping up, and I have it plotted here. It popped up at around 439.34 in the pre-market, and then you can see the list of all the different levels that are coming up in the volatility of the day. But usually that first focal level is the one that I always want to center my focus on, because you could see here how I rejected it in the pre-market, pulled away from it, sat sideways, finally came up to it, came back down, lots of volatility there and fighting between the bulls and bears. Inflows were back above, bull indicator popped up not that far off of it at 439.30 area, crossed it, hit highs here 440, comes back down, and then it crosses below it. And right there you could see when things start to shift and inflows are trying to come back up, it's bouncing off of it and using it as support. So you could see the choppiness in the day and why, if these inflows go ahead and cross, this is acting like a strong support and we may retest the highs of the day. And then the key thing that needs to happen after that is break through it to continue the momentum. And the one thing that shows us why this pullback here turns out to be just a fake out in the sense of the bigger picture, which we're going to see how this plays out. I'm explaining it right now and I'm going to let it play out, and I'll show you guys in just a few minutes how things look in these charts. But based off what I'm seeing, it's looking like a strong support in my opinion. It's going to take these inflows to cross over, not just here on the 5-minute, but multiple time frames. And you could see again why this pulled back and turns out to be a fake out. It's something to watch very carefully. Bull indicator never got canceled. If not, it is holding strong in these charts, and right now it's bouncing off that level of the focal level, the first one right on the list, as you see it popping up there on the screen again from this morning at the 439.34 area. And right now I'm gonna let this play out. Let's see if these inflows cross over here on the 5-minute. Of course, you would like to see it cross over on the 3-minute and on the 1-minute. It hasn't happened just yet, but those multiple time frame confirmations and bull indicators are something to not ignore. And you could see the bounce there, very strong off that focal level. Let's see how high this goes. So far inflows have crossed over here on the 5-minute, and if we zoom into the 3-minute, you could see the inflows are above as well. And so far it's gone up about 30 cents since I started this video, but from where it actually found support, it's gone up nearly a total of 60 cents in a matter of minutes, right? And right now the inflows are above. You could see the battle here and a huge rejection up here at 439.93, where things actually started to break to the downside. Something else I did not point out was the fact of how fast it came down to that focal level, and it came back up to here before coming back down to break through it, and it's using it now on the way back up as support. And we could see it here in the live action how these bars are fighting here to push up higher. The inflows are above, and so far highs of 439.89 have happened here so far. That 439.93 area, huge resistance, and if that gets broken through, it may retest the highs up here. And like I stated, it's going to be crucial for these inflows to pick up significantly, in my opinion. Hold that bull indicator true, and there you have it, a bar trying to pop up, and it's going to be crucial for it to just break out, as I like to call these bars, these rocket bars, right? When it actually just starts to break through, finally through that 439.93, it's getting really close, and then break out to retest up here higher resistance levels in the live action. So keeps rejecting it. You can see it there, huge resistance. It's gonna take the bulls some strength there to break through it, but so far from the focal level, it is acting like a strong support, and the bulls are trying to retest those highs. If it breaks out and retests the highs of the day, it may test a newer high in the day as far as the strength and momentum of these inflows picking up. But if it rejects up here, this is a very tight day of choppiness, guys. You can just see it. I mean, very tight range from 438 to 440, and every time it tries to come back up here, it's rejecting. That is something to not ignore. But the battle's on. I mean, look at that. If we zoom into the 1 minute, we could see what's going on, and these outflows have began right up here at this level. It's not allowing it to go much higher. These inflows need to pick up, and also you could see a full transition from the dip area to the rip area. Inflows are trying to pick up here in the live action, and then on the 3 minute, it is green and over the midpoint, and on the 5 minute, it's sitting sideways but over the midpoint as well. So when we zoom back in here, you can just see it. Big battle there at the 439.88 to 439.93, and it's gonna be pretty cool to see if this breaks through. Let's go ahead and see. It's trying right there. You can see there it goes. It broke through and it just rejected it again, guys. So the move so far that has been the most strongest and confident is from the focal level up to that 439.93 area, and it's just gonna take a little bit more risk tolerance, in my opinion, to go ahead and sit through this volatility to see if the bulls really take over this. And they're trying. I mean, you could see it there. It's trying to break out. So far 439.97, but it just keeps on fighting there, having trouble. It needs to break that 440, and it could possibly again retest those highs of the day, and it's getting really, really close, guys. So I just wanted to show you guys here in the live action how these focal levels add perspective over the charts, alongside with the 42 vision indicators and inflow versus outflow. And you can see it there. The closest that it got was 440.15, not that far off where the rejection happened, and the high of the day so far was 440.24, and things are quickly coming back down. So something to not ignore there is there's a high resistance up there, or high probability of resistance, and then down here at the focal level, it's been acting like a strong support. Very tight range of a day, but in even the choppiest days, looking for those extra confirmations and multiple confirmations, alongside with how focal levels add perspective, it can really set one up with a possible setup to go ahead and execute and make one's rational decisions based off one's risk tolerance and one's goals. But I wanted to show you guys how it was looking like a strong support, how it would play out here in this live action, and go ahead and share with you guys my thought process, my opinions, and probably you can learn a little bit more about the indicators alongside with these focal levels. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.